Okay, so look, here's why you would never watch corn after hearing my story, bruh. Look, one thing I want to say is it overconsumes your life. You get what I'm saying? And for the guys who are wondering, I'm not doing this to get attention. I'm generally doing this to save a man's life, save a woman's life, because it consumes you. It's a business that takes over you to where you're viewing the wrong things the wrong way. Okay, and I told y'all that I went through a relationship to where I let it kind of just marinate with me to where I'm mixing it in, you know what I'm saying? And that was my life. I had no focus, I had no goals, I had no aspirations. And this is what many men and many women fall victim to. You know what I mean? They comparing their bodies to other people, they comparing their minds, their looks to other people. And you start to be this depressed soul. You start to be this person who has no soul. And the biggest thing you have in this universe is your soul, what you've been put here to do. So therefore, I didn't start my YouTube while heavy on, going crazy on the meat. And, I was in a relationship to where I wasn't in control, bruh. I was in a relationship to where I was really, really just on auto mode. And it's nothing wrong with auto mode, doing what you got to do, taking care of what you got to do. But I'm saying away from your purpose auto mode. You get what I'm saying? Caring too much auto mode. Just to the point where I kind of let the idea of intercourse take over me. I care too much because I'm trying to do everything perfect, all these things. And then, later as I went through my story of, all right, boom, I got a girlfriend. Boom, I'm young, I'm naive, I don't really know fully myself yet. Boom, I let her manipulate me of not knowing her nature. So therefore, I'm going off, the videos and going crazy on my meat and stuff. And I'm going off as that's the nature. That's the stuff I need to care about. But deep down, it starts outside of that. Deep down, the vibe and the creativity starts outside of that. You get what I'm saying? Therefore, leading into it, yeah, you could create something in that moment that's going to help the outside of it. But you need to let go of the care you have or the things that don't matter. I used to care so much about, sex to the point where things didn't matter. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking to my girl at the time, and she had some loose screws and stuff, so she was a little bit thrown. Y'all know how it be, bruh. And she tried to manipulate me and take over my life. You know what I'm saying? She told me that things that I wanted to do in my life wasn't gonna work out in my life. So therefore, I shot my shot in my life, and I made it happen in my life. You get what I'm saying? But it was all till I had a realization I had to let go of the rock brain. I had to let go of the rock brain. You get what I'm saying? So to the point where, I got tissue laying around and stuff, laying around the crib. And bro, it's just a life you don't want to live, bro. You want to actually go out and get the real thing, as I show you guys on the channel, bro. It's the most beautiful thing in the world, being a man, having to be confident and attract the women, or, just pulling up and allowing your confidence to attract her in, bruh. You get what I'm saying? Working on yourself, having looks, having, the money right. This is all things that's going to attract her in, that's going to free up your life, bruh. But you got to get to the point of actually getting to it in your life, rocking with women who wants to do with your life. Because watching corn will have you rocking with a woman that don't want nothing to do with your life, because honestly, you just want the cat. And she gonna play around with that idea. She gonna use it against you, bruh. I told y'all, bruh, every man could get cheated on. I told y'all I've been cheated on, bruh. I told y'all, bruh. And honestly, bro, every man get cheated on. And I'll tell you now, I could care less. I look at them like they all do it. I have a different, complete disregard of how I used to think. But how I used to think was really like lover boy. I really was a lover boy, man. You know what I'm saying? This was before I adapted my business mindset. This is before I looked at my roots. This is before I had my back against the wall. Now I live my life like I always have my back against the wall, and I'm sure going out fighting. I think back then I didn't understand grit. You get what I'm saying? I understood a good time to where I try to love my way out of situations. There is no loving your way out of situations, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Going with loving yourself, cool, but you're gonna have to fight with life. You're gonna have to put that corn down sometimes, bro. You're gonna have to get outside and actually build your life. Because my story is gonna tell you you have a story, and the business is gonna have you consuming they story, they narrative, they scenes. I'm telling you to create your scenes, be the main character in your scenes. Have a good time in your life. That's the attraction in your life. That's what's gonna have her go. Because once you know, and she give you these red flags, because I'm constantly beating my meat in a relationship, right? I'm going crazy, right? I was ignoring the red flags, bruh. I ignored that I had options as well. I ignored that you got to be peed and remove your heart from situations, or you're literally gonna get peed on. Not saying I've been done that, but just to the point where, like, figurative speaking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be the guy who doesn't know. And, you know, watching and consuming corn every day, I felt like the guy who didn't know. I was the guy with the fog brain and just moving along in life. You know what I'm saying? You know, ignoring the signs that, you know, my chick just went out to dinner with another dude, to the point where I'm still kind of ignoring it. Meanwhile, I'm in a real relationship with her. And that's the part where, you know, you can't look at women in a way of not seeing the truth, because their truth is going to be communicated by not being communicated, bro. She's going to tell you where she lied with you. She going to show you how much she rock with you. And it's like the corn could take you away from seeing that. I know you can function off it. To the guy who's saying he can't function, but I give this testimony to let you know, bro, you are the guy in the movie. Understand that. There is nothing perfectly right with you watching somebody else get it on. No, that is not manly at all, bro. Like, imagine that. Like, your girl, she asked you to send her a video of you doing that, right? And you know they like that and stuff like that, but imagine she seen a video you watching or something. Like, you know how weird that would kind of be, bro? You know what I'm saying? And to each his own. Maybe a shorty going for that. But overall, like, you sitting in your house all day, is not doing nothing with your life, they not going for that. You're a bum. And I think, you know, watching corn, I think I was choosing to be a bum. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I was 16. You know what I'm saying? 16, going through this. And this is just, you know, what a man going through puberty is like. You know what I'm saying? So I have understanding of my situation, of where I was mentally in the situation. But mentally, I was draining myself. Not even physically, but mentally. You get what I'm saying? Why am I going crazy over a girl who like, you know, who giving me the affection of sucking my pogo stick, and, you know, letting me go crazy and letting off fireworks? Why am I letting it consume my world? I have a world outside of this. You have a world outside of corn. And a lot of y'all allow it to go dull and boring because you've messed up your dopamine so much that you don't get dopamine from doing this right here, your grind. So I show you the grind to show you you have a grind and you have a mind, and telling you not to lose your mind because you getting some cat. It all ends. It all becomes over. She will find a way to leave. You will find a way to leave. Y'all will move on in y'all life, whether or not y'all stick with each other in y'all life or not. I've seen it over and over, bro. I'm seeing people close to me watch corn and not have successful relationships. I see people be holy and godly and not have successful relationships. Today's new standard is compare yourself to the next person. And I can't even say I do that, bro. I don't look at it through the lenses that. But deep down, you need to know, like, when your partner get on social media and she looking at all these other guys, she looking at all these dudes at work when you're not around, understand that she keeping her options very, very much open. And you watching corn and you being the guy who's not even in the situation to where she's comparing you to other guys, bruh, you're not helping your case at all. So I was not, during watching corn heavily, I was not helping my case at all. I was not focused on anything at all other than just, you know, getting through the basics of the day. And it's just not a lifestyle you want to live. Now, I don't consume corn and had my life perfectly fine with a heavy driven life. But that was after accepting the truth of what I need to accept in my life And I was at a different point. But deep down, I still knew it ain't healthy for me to watch that. So I tell you, bro, just don't watch it, bro. I will continue to give y'all story times because I have a whole bunch of life-changing story times that will keep you away from that and keep you on the point of watching my videos and actually getting out and living your video, living your life. I don't do this for the money. You know how long it took to get some money off this? But this is just truly my passion. This is truly what I love the game. I love the game. So therefore, you have to love the game of your life. This corn stuff is not a game, bro. It's consuming your life. That's why you click this video every time. I got you though, bro. Get up. Get up, bro. I promise you, as soon as you get up in your life, the sooner you'll see your life is up. The sooner you let go of the attachments of your life, or the corn and this woman you had in your life, or this woman you have now, and view it for the truth you have, bro, you will be all right. You're gonna be a millionaire. You're gonna realize you're over the millions before the millions even hit your account. These is all things that the story of letting go of corn while watching corn and letting go of corn all through the repeated cycle it is. Coming to YouTube at the 3 a.m. This is all what it taught me. To show you that you have a story. You're the main character. But you got to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Out there in the world. Out there in the place you need to be. Out there in the environments you need to be. Because the relationship I was settling in and drowning in corn, it was like, oh, you can't be this. What you going for won't be successful. Meanwhile, this chick obsessed with corn. You could tell she got a corn mind. And I ain't gonna lie, if a chick watch corn, that ain't none of my business, bruh. But when it comes to a point of you trying to control me, let me down and stuff like that, you a fake. You're a fake. I don't care how wet it get down there. I don't care how naive I was at the time. I don't care how just on point my mind really was trying to take me to. I cared that I was ignoring it. I cared that I was ignoring that I needed to be better in my life. I cared that, boom, overall, I let go of myself. How many of y'all let go of yourself during that process? How many of y'all just had the same life of waking up, letting one off, eating food, not working, just going home, going to school? It's the same thing over and over. Not no elevation in that. Not no growth in that. I got the best feeling when my YouTube was growing. I got the best feeling when I worked hard 60 plus hours a week and had to tuck my head down and put a roof over my head and put gas in my car and make sure my gas was good. Then I come home and beat the cat. Cool. I beat the cat on the way to the grind, on the way up. That's cool. But you need to know to do this too, or you're gonna be controlled by women, bro. That's the story. I was controlled by women, bro. Other people's opinions, bro. And I always was strong on myself, but at the time, bro, I was going through the learning lesson phase. 16, coming up. And, you know, I've been cheated on, bro. I've been the guy that, you know, a woman cheated on her husband with. I ain't hit up a wife. Fat booty and everything, bro. Fat booty and everything, bro. She got a kid now and everything. So I've been on both sides, bro. And being on both sides, you really see woman nature for what it is and not this false reality. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes it be in there like of what it really is as far as the corn and stuff. But you really want to experience for what it is through your experience. So you can really know. Because you're getting away from yourself. You're getting away from reality. I know life is hard. I know it seems like, okay, no chicks is around. But bro, it's part of life. Oh God, like it's okay if she choose the next guy over you. You damn well better not compare yourself to him. He know better than you. He bleed just like you do. So therefore, bruh, it's a part of life to just move on in your life. I think sometimes corn have you holding on to things that just don't matter, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're doing at a healthy rate, bro, be healthy in your life. Change your life, bro. That's really it to it, man. And I think I cared about more people's opinion at the time. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you have less of a social life, especially if you're a big za consumer and you're doing that a lot, bro. You cannot tell me that you're not living this like Uno's ISO life. Like you isolated as hell, bro. Like you fine with that? You cool with that, bro? Not like you need to trust people or need people, But you're as a human, your nature is to operate with people and, you know, see yourself grow and grow in relationships. So therefore, get yourself out there. I seen myself watching corn and getting away from relationships in my life. Therefore, bruh, I always been a smooth guy and being able to pull and stuff like that, but I just didn't have the mind part behind me. And that's the biggest thing that's going to change your life, because ever since I started using my mind, writing down my thoughts, this all came from me genuinely, my soul. And you know, you letting go of your soul towards that is just different from having intercourse. When you have intercourse and then you release, it's a different type of feeling of the release and how you feel afterwards than if you release the corn, especially as a man. I cannot speak for women, but especially as a man, you know it. So therefore, you got to protect your energy and show it in a real life world and allow it to take your life wonders. And every man need to watch this video, because it takes a man falling down, seeing another man fall down, to understand another man is going to get up and keep walking with you. So therefore, this is a community where we are with you, bro. We're going to help you through your problems. Yes, all of us in the comment section, all of us through, you know, just applying effort in our life, and especially through the videos I show you. So make sure you tag along in your life and you like, comment, and subscribe to your life, bro. Love yourself. Love yourself, bro. Love yourself, bro. Love yourself, bro. Because if you don't install that, people are going to get over on you, and people are going to show you the worst of the worst, bro. They're going to show their demons, and you're going to fall victim to it because you don't love yourself enough to protect yourself from certain things and certain people in your life. And corn is one you got to protect yourself about. So therefore, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe, bro. Make sure you subscribe, bro. You still didn't subscribe, bro. But it's more important you subscribe to your own life, to install what you need to have done and realize in your life. Bro, I'm always here, bro. Just come back to this video when you need it. And I'm gonna show you what it's like to actually live your life in order to have a better understanding of your life, bro. But you got to do it too. I'm here with you. And the whole community of the comment section is here with you. So like, comment, and subscribe, bro. I'm gonna holler at you in another one.